How you going, guys? Welcome back. Today's hike is plan B. My initial plan for today's hike failed. I was expecting something like this, a fire trail, hopefully that leads me down to the creek, but instead what I got was very dense bracken, lantana. Couldn't even see, well, besides the first 3 minutes. After that, it's literally, I can't even see what is under my footing. I spent half an hour on there before I decided, no, I need more than 4 hours for this hike. I have to come back on a weekend where I'm not time restricted, and then I'll have a good crack at it again, because I think it's going to take at least 3-4 hours just for me to navigate that dense bush forest or whatever it's called before I get down to the creek. No surprise I'm chasing a waterfall, but because I don't think I can manage to get out of there in 4 hours, today I'm going back to unfinished business. This is plan B. I've been here before. If you follow the channel, you'll realize that I was looking for a swim hole a couple months back, but I did find one, not the one I was after. So I'm back in Mount Tamborine, and I'm going to give this, don't remember being this steep. I'm coming back to this trail to give it another crack, taking a different route this time. And yeah, guarantee to see at least 1 or 2 waterfalls, but whether I make it to the swim hole, whoa, shit, will be a different story. Alright, the goal was to head downstream, hopefully not fall into the creek as I don't have a spare change of clothes. Oh, the rocks are slippery, so this will really test me. Alright, let's go. Nice little water feature. I think on a nice cool day, standing right there in the middle will be quite fun. Yes, you can see that the water flow is still pretty strong, as the water is still pretty murky. But how beautiful is this scenery? Alright, so from my understanding, this is quite a fairly easy trail to follow, or creek hop. As you can see, there's the bank on the left hand side, which is pretty much like a trail. So hopefully it stays this way. I know that once we reach the first waterfall, then there's a little bit of scrambling involved, and then the second fall requires a bit of rope. Personally, I don't trust ropes, and I said to myself, if I was to do this again, I'll bring my own rope. Unfortunately, today it was plan B, so I didn't bring rope, so I'm gonna have to trust the ropes that's weathered. I'll try to use it as least as possible, but if it means I have to get down to the bottom using that rope, I will use it. So the goal here is not to fall in, so looking at the path ahead of me, I need to get into the middle here. Okay, arriving at the first drop. This is the rope that I mentioned. Seems pretty good, but I would not put much weight onto it. I'll use it as an anchor only, just in case I need to slow my descent. Okay, this stable rock, use that to descend down. As you'll notice, the rope is still very loose. I really don't trust ropes that's been out in the weather. Okay, because the rocks are slippery, I'm gonna bum slide, well not bum slide down, but yeah, the rope is using as an anchor. Well, definitely gonna need the rope to get back up. Made it to the bottom of the first 4, guys. Definitely have to come back for a swim one day. Pour number 2 and pour number 3, it's just right there. And now the ropes get down to the bottom. Instead of using the rope there to come down that looks like a very slippery rock face, I'll come to it and show you guys. On dry condition, it might be possible, but in wet condition I don't trust it. So instead I went up and around. For me it's just more safe. Alright, 2 more of these to navigate before I reach the swim hole. Just a quick view of the second waterfall. And the third one's just right here. Standing on top of the third waterfall, it really looks like I have to cross. So that looks like a possible way down there. Over here, it looks very sharp. It looks like a sharp drop off. I'm going to get it to the other side. So back up the creek a bit and jump over. At the bottom of the third waterfall. How beautiful is this cascade? The swim hole I'm after. Alright guys, the swim hole I was after wasn't exactly as good as I hoped it would be, or as great as I hoped it would be. But you know what? It's not too bad. I'm making my way back, and this wet condition makes these rocks extremely slippery. Oh, I almost fell off the side of the cliff. That was scary, but that was fun. Not just then, early on when I didn't have the camera on. Okay, back to fort number 2 or 3, I can't remember. I have to get onto this side and climb back up. So, on the way down, I did not use this rope. There's some anchors here, or abseil anchors. Not a fan of this. I went around, not sure if you can see, but I went up and around. But I want to give this a try going up. I can see there's a lot of place to put your legs or your footing. Not so sure. Oh. Go around this way. Much more stable. Once again, not using the rope much. Keeping it between my legs, just in case I need to grab onto it. Not pretty, but it's keeping me safe. Made it to the top. Whew. That was a fun little hike. Probably an hour and a half. That's including taking my time, videoing and all that stuff. But yeah, so far it's just been an hour and 40 minutes and I'm almost back to the very first cascade. I actually took a dip in that cascade the last time I was here. Deeper than it looks. Must be deeper today too because there's more water flowing. Alright, I know a couple of you guys who are watching this video would probably be wondering what the hell I did to my shoes. I literally waterproof it. Because all the creek hopping that I've done, the shoe is actually falling off the sole. It's actually ripping. And the waterproof membrane is starting to fall off. So I thought to myself, this is a good pair of shoes. The lugs are still good. I've only used it for probably 1,000 kilometers. So I still got a lot of life left in it. So what I did was I used commercial grade roofing silicone. Hey, if it can bond tiles, cement, why can't it bond shoes and rubber? So originally I just put a nice bead around the bottom of the sole to keep the shoe in place. It did a wonderful job. but because my feet is always in the creek and it's rubbing against the rock, the basically the side of the shoe is starting to rip, and that's where the waterproof membrane is. So yesterday I decided, who the hell, just, you know, silicone the whole shoe, and I gotta admit, it's bloody fantastic. I fell into the creek, I went around about this deep, and yeah, my socks are still dry. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna add another layer of silicone on top. That way it's guaranteed to last a little bit longer. All right. Who knows, you guys can use this and bring a little bit of life back to your shoes. All right guys, I'm pretty much going to end the hike here today. That's actually quite a nice little creek, especially look at this view here. I just love it, it's just so beautiful. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next creek hopping adventure.